And I waited, stranded, obsolete, defeated, and never wanted to walk on your own. To be in your own, not to roam through. Two eyes of mobility was only stable enough to just marry. Misunderstood, knocking on wood on doors. Doors open that close, you propose mutually. I suppose vows were all still silent and steep. When swept from the beneath the ground, their distant rules run away from like the rat of a child, for the tip, for the tap, for the mouth, and incompletely breaking rules are generated by their own weak. Debt to regret never gets paid back for the pride whispered to ears, integrity, and at least that least. Less grief, queeze rather grief, gather breath and rest and pleads. The water of the book of the wrong red color for the gray state of my headly. Sorry for the crime of purging. Crisis spell with the head nod for the catastrophic at the top of the seats, people care for the thing for the voice, for the predominant. Ignorance, racing for the tongues of oblivious, obvious envy. Greetings to insecurity guards to the gates of the blue color, sweat for the tears terror, skin for the sheep for the time, find a shed for the poncho for the time clocks, slip past the memory hands of accountability for the humidity, needs military reluctantly for the remedy, discipline for the subject for the absence of variations of ration, occasions casual, is usually suspect face of guilt for the death of the beast for the nature of naturally dysfunction and hovering, wondering why doctors seek to beat the list below the count of the page, rage out the page, amtels, evacuations, predetermined outcries. At any point of occupation, as if it was an option or optic. Copped out for the crap out. Shoot out for the doubt for the route. Detriment for the reminiscent for the arrogant rodents and Romans and Roman time and rampant Rome. Bleeding for the revealing for the recreated destructive ghost. Romanticized without alleviating with allegations of exaggerating for the aggravation, the graves and grieving the believers that were sinful. Insinuated talked out tank. Can't with the ebonics. Debate, debutante, Babylon, the babies that they care for the care of the day by the day. Way of the life of the wife of the time of when the day she didn't pay attention to husband's pride and pride. She broke with the pocketbooks of her teeth to deceive me and believe me. The invisibility for the only seeing spiritually beyond dead. She would try to know. Finally, ability is still lazy enough to take bankruptcy, burglary, dignity, brutally beaten. Standing for promises made for the altar of marriage, by altering her ego for learning, leniency, pending, independence unless it's unsure to depend on for the answer they don't keep the keys and locked out for the door for the key for the canal radio. Vain actions, reading the chapter. Either that or acknowledge for some new year that lives. Pledging dead or nothing for the nothing to change. Change me, mind made up, and had no heaven. Outpouring innocent instead of the starting behavior. Deceived in that perception. Believes the other tree from the treason. Recently cutting your own off. Torturing sheep's clothing to rip off what she reads. The one who doesn't seek grief until greed is full of shit. For to be for the means of an island so. Sob stories and distance around. Test and heaps of that leaves of mouth to skip. Tell one of the signs of the war for the one dead or alive. The same thing range that strange is riding. Alive in that castle, some gases, but all over where she lived. She knew her overlapping over all of her obligations and patience that got down. Battles in the first time. Reaching tactics and parents and parents. Now ready to catch and support. Lost, and on the other hand, it was one after person, one after certain she deserved. Inability to not be facing her ugly because it's too embarrassing to embrace the braces behind the words of great lock over shoulders, boulders, molded in pocket, deep floated around, ensuring entertainment, confounded, entertaining arrangements. Red light shot about to the night, smoked in the chaos. Obsolete, defeated, they never wanted to walk on your own, too, being your own, not to roam through. Two guys of mobility was only stable enough to just marry. Misunderstood, knocking on wood on doors. Doors open, that close, you propose mutually, I suppose. Vows were all still silent and steep. When swept from the beneath the ground, their distant rules would run away from like the brat of a child, for the tip, for the tap, for the mouth, and incompletely breaking rules generated by their own weak. Debt to regret never gets paid back, for the pride whispered to ears, integrity, and at least that least. Less grief, quease rather grief, gather breath and rest and pleads. Reporting the book of the wrong red color for the gray state of mind headly. Sorry for the crime, but purging. Crisis spelled with the K knife for the catastrophic, for the topic of taking care, for the thing, for the before spoken preliminary, for the predominant. Ignorance, erasing from tongues of oblivious, obvious envy. Greetings of insecurity guards to the gates of the blue collar, sweat for the tears, hair, terror, skin for the sheep for the time, find a shed for the poncho for the time clocks, slip past the memory, hands of accountability for the humidity, needs military reluctantly for their immediate discipline, for the subject for the absent and the variations irrational, vocations casual, as usually the suspect face of guilt for the death of the beast, for the nature of naturally dysfunctioning, hovering and wondering, and why not to seek to weak the list will live the counter the page to rage out the outrage, amp those evacuations, predetermined outcries. At any point of occupation, as if it was an option or opted. Copped out for the crap out. Shoot out for the doubt for the route. Detriment for the reminiscent for the arrogant rodents and Romans and for the revealing with the recreating destructive coast. Romanticized without alleviating with allegations exaggerating for the aggravation, the graves and grieving the believers that was sin for. Insinuated talked out tank. Can't for the ebonics. Debate, debutante, Babylon for the babies to take care for the carry the day by the day. Way of the life for the wife of the time up on the day she didn't pay attention to husband's fragile heart. She broke with the pocketbooks and crooked teeth for the deceiving and belief. Invisibility for the only seen spiritually, but I'm dead within. She would try to not find the envy that's still lazy enough to tag and tag the lazy for the only before the shoplifting and lonely companies. Bankruptcy, burglary, dignity, brutally beaten to the empty promises made from the altar of marriage, while altering her ego for the learning of leniency, pending on independence and it's unsure to depend on for the ass of the donkey with the keys and locked out for the door for the beady for the conniving prey, conveying acts of these are reading the chapters. Either that or acknowledge for the stumbling near that ledge. Pledging dead or nothing for the nothing to change. Well, change me, mind made up, and you had to have it. Outpouring innocent instead of it, installing an indecency and deceived in that perception. Believes the other tree for the treason, and reasons to cutting your own off words and just to torturing sheep's clothing to ripping off what she reaps. A wolf that doesn't seek grief until greed is full of shit before the beat for the beats and an island sober. Sob stories and this is variety tests and heaps of that leaps and abounds to skip. Town of one of the signs and no reward for the one that dead or alive. The same thing, the range that strange has arrived. Alive in that caskets and gases spread all over where she lay over the tiptoeing, overlapping over all the allegations of her patients that packed back with the patterns and the worst time of the information, the tactics and parents that apparently dumbfounded enough to catch it beforehand. Lost it on the other hand, it was pointing at the mercy, but they're not deserving. Won't she serve anything enabling? Inability to not be facing her ugly because it's too embarrassing. Embrace the braces behind the words, gridlock, pull the shoulders, boulders, and motors. Motors, the pockets, G photo on. Sure, entertainment, the confinement, the containing, and arrangements. A ray of light shot about in the night roaches. Smoked in the chaos in the head of a heathen. Heading to hell like hoes at virgins and dive bars and bargains and bargain, leverage and levers and age and rage and disarrange the rangers station for the lookout for the loom of danger.